Welcome everyone, this is Tim from YourSix Studios. In this video I wanted to talk about why skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a problem, and I'm going to share my thoughts and opinions on this matter. So let's go ahead and jump into the video right now. So Drifter and the Exclusive Ace finally dropped a video detailing skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, and they came to the conclusion that there is some kind of hidden ranking system in Call of Duty Modern Warfare that's happening in the background that we cannot see. And this hidden ranking system is pairing us against similar skilled opponents. In their videos, they play on a very low KD account, a medium KD account, and a very high KD account. And there was a noticeable skill difference between the low-end account and the very high-end account. After I went ahead and watched their videos, I made a new account on my PlayStation 4, and this account I mainly ran around with the Riot Shield. I wanted to confirm for myself if skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty was a real thing. And just from my test, my initial impressions of playing it with the Riot Shield only, I found I've came across a lot of bot-like people in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. In my experiences, just running around with the Riot Shield, I felt like I was in God mode. I could just walk up to people and bash them. And my experience was completely different than how it would be on my main account, which is about a 2 KD account. I had no ability to just move around the map whatsoever. All the corners were completely locked down. However, on this new account, when I've been playing it for about 2 hours, I have about 50 Riot Shield kills. I was able to just walk down the center of the map of Piccadilly without no one shooting me, no one looking at me. I completely did what I want. And here I'm just standing behind 3 people as I launch a cluster strike right on their position. No one's looking at me, not a thought in their mind. And I go on to get a chopper gunner with my Riot Shield against these new people. Now I do agree, if you are new to this series, you should not be playing against the high-end people. There should be some kind of separate matchmaking for new people. However, after a certain point, everyone should just be thrown into the same lobbies, and the preference should be on your connection and not your skill. And why is this a problem in Call of Duty Modern Warfare? The first real problem for me is my ability to play with my friends. If I am a 2+ KD account and they are about a 1 KD account, every time they play with me, they're going to be facing tougher people and they're not going to have as much fun. And my friends have actually said that to me. When they're playing with me, they don't have as much fun and they don't want to play with me as a result of my higher skill level. What kind of game encourages this kind of mindset where your friends don't even want to play with you? But apparently Call of Duty Modern Warfare does. And that's an absolute garbage philosophy to have in this game. Games should be about you and your friends playing together, having fun, and not picking and choosing who to play with because they are too good. And my second problem with Call of Duty skill-based matchmaking system is my inability to use any class I want. I'm completely locked down to using the M4A1 or 725 shotgun to be able to compete against the people I play with. Otherwise, I'm going to be going 5-20, 10-25 in my matches. I cannot experiment with the Riot Shield on my account. I literally have to make a new account to just have fun playing with different classes, and this is absolute garbage again. Running around with the combat knife and the Riot Shield are some of the most fun things in this game. However, I cannot do that, and it's irritating. When I'm playing on my new account, getting a 1.5 KD is very reasonable. However, on my main account, I'm playing against Twitch tryhards who know every counter to the Riot Shield, where they'll jump over your face, or they'll throw a Molotov or a Semtex on you, and then you'll get those people with the RPGs who will blast you in the face. And this is a very strange philosophy. Once again, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, they made a weapon system completely made around weapon unlocks, new attachments, and camos. However, with the current matchmaking system, you are locked down to only using a few different guns and the best class setups. which is completely strange because they added this weapon system in the game for a reason. It completely confuses me why I can't use every gun in the game. Yes, I could go ahead and just equip the Uzi and run around with that on my main account, but I'm absolutely going to get destroyed, which doesn't really encourage me to want to use the Uzi or any of those guns ever again, because I had such a bad, not fun time playing with them. And that brings us to the third point. The problem with skill-based matchmaking, it's simply not fun. If you think skill-based matchmaking is fun, let me know in the comments below. But I have about 2 days of playtime in Call of Duty, and I'm completely getting burnt out from all the tryhards I'm playing against. I want to try different classes. I want to do dumb stuff. Why? Because it's fun to do that. It's fun to run around the map trying to get assassinations. Every match is competitive, and I don't think that's a good thing all the time. And my fourth point is how it preferences skill over connection. Now, currently with the game just releasing, there shouldn't be a low amount of population to the game. We should be finding quick queue times and good connection lobbies. One nice thing that they did do is enable crossplay. This will allow us to find similar skilled opponents further on in the game's life. So I don't really think this is going to be too much of a problem with skill-based matchmaking and the connection. However, when the game gets a little bit older, there may be some issues with it. I'm mostly seeing my latency around 30 milliseconds to 40 throughout the game. And if you go ahead and look, it adds an extra 0 to it, so it's not in the 300 or 400 milliseconds. So it seems like the connection is fine, but from other games, we know that it's going to go ahead and increase when the population of the game goes down. And speaking of crossplay, one thing I've noticed is I'm playing against a lot of mouse and keyboard players, even though I'm on my controller. And is that fair? No, it's not. They have clear competitive advantages to me playing on my TV. First of all, they have a more accurate mouse than my controller. And second, they have a wider field of view so they can actually see more. So there's going to be more situations where they can see you, but you can't see them in return. And the reason we're playing against more mouse and keyboard players is because of skill-based matchmaking. Now, when this game first came out, I thought the developers were just going to have input versus input like Fortnite does, but for some reason, they want to go ahead and force controller individuals to go ahead and play against computer. Now, if everything was just connection-based, I'd be okay with this. But whenever I see a mouse and keyboard user in my lobbies now, I know the game is forcing skill-based matchmaking on me. And I know that's an indication that I am going to have a tougher game, which may result in me using the M4A1 and camping. Even though I don't think camping in this game is fun whatsoever, I'd rather be running around, sprinting around the map with an SMG. Because that's what I find fun. That's what I loved in other Call of Duties. In Modern Warfare 2, my favorite gun was the UMP-45. And currently in the state of the game right now, SMGs are pretty much useless. There's some levels where you can actually use them viable, but most of the levels just have such strong power positions and such long sight lines, you just get absolutely destroyed if you run around the map. So far for me and many people I know, skill-based matchmaking is quite frustrating to have in this game. We would rather see two different categories for competitive and non-competitive, maybe like Halo 2 or Halo 3 or even Rocket League has. So please, go ahead and separate casual versus competitive. That would be absolutely amazing, and the community would thank you for it. So let me know all your thoughts on skill-based matchmaking. Should it stay in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or should it be removed from the game? Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, and watch some of my other Call of Duty videos coming up next.